I love this comment. Dear Topher, I have a 1953 Chev with a 5.7 litre 350 V8 and a 1977 Harley chopper. Am I pissing off Chris Bowen enough? More.
Listen,
More.
you're close. You're close. What you need to do now is to get an original RX-3 Mazda and put a naturally aspirated 4-rotor in it with straight pipes. Now, I know you're a V8 guy, so you're probably hating the fact that I'm mentioning rotaries right now. But if you want something that burns petrol and oil and makes a hell of a banshee noise, that's what's missing from you. You've got a beautiful collection started, but that's what's missing.
Well, what's missing is some American muscle, like a 6.4 supercharged Hemi V8 engine. Come on, you want to piss people off, do it properly.
Is a 5.7 litre 1953 Chev not American muscle enough for you, Carly? Wow.
I want more. I want to see that. I want to see that supercharged. I want to see people seeing your big, mean, nasty-looking TRX pulling up into Woolies and taking up 4 car parks. That's what I want.
You just want to have one of those in the front of your ridiculous Jeep. That's all this is about. That's your dream engine to stick in the front of Dexter.
I just want to annoy everyone when I drive. I want people to see me coming and then get annoyed that my car doesn't fit in traditional car parks. That's what I want.
If that's your ambition, you've already succeeded. Everyone's annoyed when they see you coming. I mean, congratulations. Life goal achieved.
But you know what's interesting? I know we were going to talk about EVs, and we can probably talk about that on the podcast because I know we're running out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time today.
But isn't it interesting how the value of those internal combustion engines on those cars and anything made prior, I'm going to say 2018, are retaining their value because now we don't, cars nowadays are unfortunately planned obsolescence like our white goods. And everything made prior to that didn't have all the stupid like EPA laws and all the bloody bells and whistles and all the beepy things. Yeah. Like, I will never upgrade my Jeep for that reason.
Well, they've started making wedding dresses out of stainless steel now because the white ones don't match the kitchen anymore. You want all your kitchen appliances to be matching. No, you're quite right, though, because what's happened is people have realized, number one, your car is dobbing on you. Your car is recording and reporting on you. Your cars now can be turned off. And this is all to do with safety and blah, blah, blah. Of course it is. And they are so darn annoying. I got into someone's late model, really nice Subaru WRX a little while back. And neither of us could figure out how to turn off the lane departure warning. We couldn't find the button for it. Couldn't find it in the menu system.
Unfortunately. Gareth's mum has it's a Kia. I can't remember the name of it. But it has like a notification every time you swap speed zones, and you can manually turn that off. But all the other things like the cars driving beside you, if you're getting too close to the lane, all that sort of stuff, it just constantly beeps at you. And I would argue that's actually making people way worse drivers because they're not having to manually check and know what they're doing. When I had unfortunately had a car accident last year, and I thought my car was going to be written off, and thank God it wasn't. But I went and entertained the idea of buying a new Jeep, and I got to say, I hated it. It had no soul. I don't need like a Tesla friggin' digital screen in it, man.
Okay. I've got this much cigar left, which means I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry to finish the show right on time today.
All right, here we go.
Hilarious.
The Jeep or the iPhone? Which one is it?
You were hilarious when you were car shopping because I sent you a whole bunch of sensible suggestions and you promised me that you would look at them. I'm the guy that people talk to when they're buying a new car, right? I kind of keep up with what's going on and people ask me questions, and you did that. And I gave you my advice and my thoughts on what would suit you and your needs. As a photographer, you've got gear. Every now and again, you need a bit of off-road capability to get into a location. We talked it through, and you said you were heading out to go and test drive some of the cars that I had recommended to you. And the next thing I get from you on my phone is an MMS, a picture message, and it is a car that I looked at and I went, that's your old car. Yeah. How have they fixed that so fast? How have they fixed it at all? And no, it wasn't your old car. It was precisely the same damn car, just a couple of years newer. But of course, being a Jeep, it looked identical. It hadn't changed a thing on the outside. So you are properly in the cult of Jeep.
No, do you know what? This is the thing, right? And I actually would argue, since you've got your cigar, let's go down this chat. When it comes to my purchases, like your car is one of your biggest purchases, right? And look, not everyone's a car person, and I appreciate that. So if you're not a car person and you can't relate, no shade. But for me, I wanted something that firstly is practical. Obviously, I need the car to be able to take me where I need to go. I always have gear. When I bought that car, I had my clothing company. So I needed something that could tow. I also needed something that if I had stuff inside it, I could lock it down. I needed something that fit people. And I also wanted something that was fun. Now, the Jeep, you could take the roof off, do all sorts of stuff. But I'm not trying to sell you all Jeeps, or am I? But
yeah, and even if you were, it wouldn't work.
Oh, I don't know. I reckon I could twist
I've driven, what was it, the Rubicon, the longer one?
No, that's the Gladiator.
The Gladiator, that's it. I drove a Gladiator. And no offense, my mate's probably watching this. Horrible thing. I could not get out of it fast enough.
Look, they're cool cars for cool people. Unfortunately, as we talked about before, life will direct you the different way. You had to go the wanky European car. I went the American car.
You need the cool car. I need a sophisticated car. It's one of the big differences between us.
No, so this is the thing. But back to the car choice, right? That car has got almost 250,000 kilometers on it. It's been nothing but reliable. Everyone's like, oh, Jeeps are unreliable. I don't know about that. My car's been amazing. And it's like, G will call it agricultural. And we can read into that statement because he's downstairs watching this. And agricultural, I take as an insult. But he said it was a good thing because it's a simple car to fix. And ladies, if you want my advice, get yourself a boyfriend who's a mechanic because your car gets a lot cheaper to run. No.
See, now that makes a lot of sense. What it actually is not a cool car for a cool person. It's a simple car for I won't finish that sentence.
Yeah. No, but my point is, like, aside from the Jeep, I think a lot of people go into these purchases enamored with what's cool or what's cheap. And I know you made the point about BYD because I'm seeing BYDs everywhere. Mm-hmm. And again, this is like people who get caught up into, firstly, FOMO. So like EVs, oh, they're cheap. Like that makes so much sense. Why would we spend money on a good car? But again, like I feel like there's that rite of passage that parents of this generation aren't handing down. It's like to buy smart. Make an investment in a car that obviously is going to do what you need it to do. Like if you've got a family, you need to be able to carry car seats, whatever. But choose the car. It might be more expensive up front, but one that's not going to cost you a fortune to service, that you're not going to blow through tires on a regular basis, that you can get parts for, that might hold its resale value. You know, there's many.
We're depriving young people as well of the experience of the first car, the cheap and cheerful, the bomb. The car that they love dearly,
but falling on you or needing a good little like smack on the bloody dash to get started, then you haven't had a first car.
A car that you simultaneously love dearly, but also hate and don't have to care too much about because it's already a bomb. It's already trashed when you get it. And that car as a rite of passage, I think is actually something that we're kind of, parents are wanting to help their kids. Oh, just wanted to get them something a bit safer. Well, yes, but that also meant newer, and a little bit bigger and a little bit nicer. And they're stepping into a first car that's actually almost like a mid-sized family car these days. And, kids these days, they don't know what it's like. I think I'm turning into an old grumpy car mudgeon.
You know what I loved about that though? Like when my generation were all getting cars, we had like 1980s Corollas and Lasers. That was kind of the go-to. Some of the guys would have like old school VL or VK Commodores and things like that.
3-cylinder Daihatsu Charade. Oh yes.
That's embarrassing. How emasculating.
No, it was a glorious car. I drove from Melbourne to Coffs Harbour and back twice in that thing.
That's amazing. But those old Lasers and things like that, most of them didn't have power steering. Most of them were manuals. Like, good times. Life was simple. They ran on the smell of an oily rag. They were reliable. They cost you nothing to service. Nowadays kids have got like, European cars that cost them a fortune.
You've just watched another short clip from the Oddcast, and if you'd like to see the full video, it is over at our dedicated channel. That is the Oddcast HQ on YouTube. We will see you there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a chat in the comments.